What is up, YouTube? This is your boy Armaret, bringing you 2 comics this week on Comic Book Thursday. I'm going to cover The Walking Dead issue number 127 and Superman Doomed issue number 1. This is a one-shot. So let's get right into The Walking Dead issue number 127. So for those of you who've been around my channel for a while, you know that I am a huge Walking Dead fan, from the TV show to the video games to the comic books. But the one comic I've never covered on my channel, and that is the Walking Dead comic. And there was always a good reason for that. I always kind of felt that if you watch the shows and never read the comics, me giving you a review of the comic wasn't going to do you any justice, because if you tried to hop in, you'd get really nothing out of it and you'd get kind of lost. And if you read the comics, you're going to buy the comic book anyway, regardless of what I say, because you're dying to know what happens next on the storyline. So the question is, well, why am I covering it now? And that's quite simply, number 127 is entitled A New Beginning. So at the end of the last issue, which was All Out War, Negan was captured, and they decided not to kill him. So the thing was, well, what happens now? The governor has been fought, killed. The hunters, taken care of. The Negan and his people taken care of. Cannibals taken care of. So really, Rick and the survivors have absolutely no one left to contend with. And that's what this comic does. It jumps roughly 2 years into the future, introduces a ton of new characters, and the characters that you already know are 2 years older, so they look visually different. So for anybody looking to get into the comic, now is a perfect time to do so, because they call out each character by name. It's a whole new storyline starting from scratch, as if a new colony, and they actually even call it the Kingdom, has now been set up. So if you ever want to get into the Walking Dead comics, now is the perfect time to do it. Go and pick this one up. If you're buying the comics anyway, you're going to get it anyway. But if you haven't, go pick it up, add this to your sub box, start reading this every week from now on. It's the perfect place to get into it. The next one I want to talk about is Superman Doomed, the one-shot. So what exactly is this comic? Well, for those of you who love Superman and love Superman from over the years, you know the one true nemesis of Superman is Doomsday. And Doomsday, every single time that he is defeated, he gets reincarnated, and whatever he was weak against before, he's now strong against. So essentially, he gets stronger and stronger and stronger until he eventually ended up killing Superman back in the old school versions of the comic. So what they decided to do was to put a one-shot out to kind of push the other Superman comics along. And it's Superman against Doomsday, and in there you get to see the entire Justice League. You'll see Batman, Flash, Wonder Woman, Steel. You'll see Green Lantern make an appearance in which he talks about his fight on the 2 fronts out in the other galaxies and universes. And then you see one of the most epic battles in the recent year or two in comic books, in Superman vs. Doomsday, and the conclusion of the fight is absolutely amazing. This you gotta pick up. It's worth it just for the fight scenes. It's worth it to see all the cameos. It's worth it to just for like the homage that's paid to everybody who's been a Superman fan for years and years and years. This one's like a 10 out of 10. Pick it up. So there you have it. This week we got 2 great comics. We got Superman Doomed, which I can't recommend highly enough, and then The Walking Dead number 127, which if you ever wanted an entry point into the Walking Dead comic book series, this is going to be it. But that's my time for this week. Thank you guys so much for stopping by. It's always fun when I get to stop on by and do these. Remember to like, favorite, and subscribe. It always helps out every little bit. And as always, have a good day.